Okay, video 5 in the LTCT series. This is the UBL piece, the Y perm twist cases, and this is a very good set as well. Very similar algs for the majority of the cases. Like both interchanges on the D layer have like basically the same solution, so it's actually really nice. And the UBLs, well, some of them are good, some of them are bad. We've gone to this first one. We've got this. The twist is here. And the way I like solving this is not using the IED alg, it's actually do U, and then what we're going to do is sort of just a lefty R perm, but like you see how here you do F prime and then F here, we're just going to invert those, so we would do U, F, F prime, and then we're done. So that's my third alg. Now, okay. That being said, doing the inverse of this thing is probably also very good, especially if you're very righty dominant, but I just, my lefty turning is not bad, and I quite like the fact it ends in no AUF. Now this case, I don't really bother doing, twist is here, and honestly, a good way of solving it is to do a J perm, and just do a com. But, I've even forgotten the way it normally goes around. Let me see if I can set it up. So here it is. Yeah, so you can do J perm into com. The other way is to do U, R prime, U prime, R, U2. Then we're going to do a com, which inserts this down here. And double section in the back, U. And that's a very long alg. So it's up to you. There's other algs for it, but I don't really want to confuse things, and I honestly think this is one of the worst U layer cases. So I'm just going to stick with, you know, com plus J perm for both ways around. And I recommended com plus J perm for the main way around. So it's like, yeah. Here as well, you have a pretty similar alg, but I don't like any of the other solutions. You got like back to R perm, or like yeah, there's not really a great way to set up to J perm or anything here. So actually I do use an alg here. We do U2 IUF prime U2, and that's the only U2. So we know that's where it starts, and then we're going to do com again to insert that down here. Double inverse axing, there's no UF. So that's pretty fast, and pretty easy to remember because all of the like U2s are at the start. And we got this case. You can also do the R perm thing for this, but what I like for this case is just to do the RUD. So R2 D prime, RU R prime D, RU R U prime, RU prime R prime U. U prime in the end. And yeah, those are the UBL cases. I'm going to move on to this interchange. Now this interchange uses the inverse of a different alg. So let me just set it up. This case, where it was here, to go down here, we do U, this insert, and then insert it. I'm going to do the inverse of that. So that means the case we're setting up to is this one, where it's this sticker. And what we're going to do is just R prime U2R, and then we're going to do the RD alg to solve this pair, and then just a U prime AUF. So let's set up to that. We've got D2 set up into it, D2, R prime U2R, solve it, and realign both layers, D, R prime U2R, realign both layers, and D2, R prime U2R, and again, realign both layers. So those cases are pretty easy. And then we've got a new alg for these ones, but it's actually very similar, and the one we're setting up to in this case is in the front. So what we're going to do for this is U prime, and we're going to take this pair out with R U to R prime, and then as you can see we're in the same sort of short pair situation here where we can do U, that, and U to AUF. Now, annoyingly, there is a lot of AUFing. It's a U prime to start and a U2 to finish off. So we're going to do, for example, for this case, and this is going to be a bit awkward, we're going to do D2U, no, sorry, U prime D2, R, U2, R prime U, E2, you can do E2, U2, D2, whatever, floats your boat. Here, we're going to, this is probably quite nice, we'll start with U prime D. The U and D moves at the end are probably the hardest part. Anyway, U prime D prime for this case. So, very finger tricky, both very easy to remember. All you've got to know is the existence of this FRL solution, and that's a trigger that comes up a lot, and like the same as this way around. What it basically is the inverse of doing the sprint variation, and you can use that to solve it. So yeah, that's all the algs for the UBL set. As I said, they're very easy to remember, and so yeah. After this, you've basically got all of the algs for these two pieces done because of inverses. I'm going to make a video about how inverses work in LTCT, but my recommendation is that you learn them individually anyway, because like you just need basically for UD LTCT, you're basically just learning a concept for a certain interchange for each parity target, and I think that's the easiest thing to remember. So yeah, we're going to be moving on after this to the UFL set, and then we'll have done all of the U face.